Hello and welcome to Crypto News today, the 7th of July, 2026. The top crypto news is as follows, and we are starting our episode in reverse order, going straight to the price of Bitcoin, which, after reaching $64,000, dropped sharply to $61,000. The reason can be found in the broader crypto news, as we learned that Bitcoin fell below $62,000 after MicroStrategy announced it sold Bitcoin worth $216 million to fund its dividends. We are talking about 3,588 Bitcoin that was sold. In our episode on the 4th of the month, we mentioned in the crypto news that Strategy, from a wallet that appears to be connected to the company, had begun transferring Bitcoin, apparently in order to sell it so as to support its dividends, primarily for its stock, STRC. As Cantor itself notes, the recovery of Strategy as a company overall will depend very heavily on STRC returning to its target price, and when we say target price, we mean their goal of bringing it to $100 so they can pay the dividends they have promised and also generate profit. This is something I agree with, and we have mentioned it in previous episodes. So that covers everything about Strategy and the latest move by Mr. Michael Saylor, which, as expected, shook our market sharply. Moving on, we go to BitMine, which is doing exactly the opposite and is buying Ethereum worth $74 million, getting very close to having acquired 5% of all Ethereum, all by a single entity. Moving forward, we go to Ripple, which we learned has managed to obtain a full MiCA license and can now operate legally throughout the European Union. I should mention that this license was obtained from Luxembourg, so congratulations to Ripple, and hopefully we will see other companies do the same. From Ripple, we move to a competitor, Stellar, which is also making very positive moves. The United Nations Development Programme has signed a new agreement with the Stellar Development Foundation to expand the use of blockchain-based payments by the organization following the completion of pilot projects in 5 countries, enabling a broader role for public blockchain infrastructure in its development programs. The United Nations Development Programme, which we analyzed in much earlier episodes when it first launched, has managed to produce measurable results, something incredibly important, especially when conducting research. In Syria, a cash for work program that records payments on chain reduced distribution costs from 10% to 2%, while a pilot in Haiti continued processing payments during a mobile network outage. So as we have said in crypto news, a blockchain is better infrastructure and generally better technology on which to build the planet's financial system, and gradually we are seeing measurable numbers from significant entities recognizing this, which is very important for adoption by both governments and large companies entering the crypto market, as you know from our episodes. For the last piece of news of the day, we go to a coin, specifically BUM, which is down 10% on the 24-hour chart because unfortunately it was hacked. The decentralized autonomous organization behind the meme coin BAC reported that an unknown entity removed coins worth $20 million in what it describes as an attack using a malicious governance proposal. They have notified law enforcement authorities following the $20 million attack and are working, as they tell us, to recover the funds and identify those responsible. That is the latest we know from Bernstein. We leave you with an optimistic crypto market, with Bitcoin standing at $63,000, the price having recovered remarkably following Mr. Michael Saylor's Bitcoin sale, resulting in us once again having established a support level. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, the 7th of July, 2026. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.